Hey guys, and welcome to the Parrott Bros. Today we're going to be doing a video showing you how to remove your factory fuel cap. And that could be for a number of options, because you want to take it off to put a carbon fibre one in, you bought one with engraved, you want to get it polished, painted, whatever the reason, we're going to show you how to take it out and refit it. So before we get stuck into it, let's jump into the intro. So to remove your fuel cap, you're going to undo 3 screws, the 2 either side of the hinge, and then you're going to be doing the one opposite the hinge where it shuts. Now that will allow you to move the cap. The other 2 don't actually do anything, they are purely for show and to keep it average all the way around, or even all the way around, sorry. Now the other thing I will say to you is obviously you're going to need to take either this off, or you can pull it off of there. It's entirely up to you which one you do. If it's quite brittle it might break. The only other thing I wanted to show people, because some people don't know this, that goes up there. Now, let's get this lifted out. So once you've undone your 3 fixings, you're then ready to lift this up. Now the only other thing that you're going to need to do, because mine I literally gave a tiny tug and it comes up at the back edge. Sometimes you might need to wiggle them around or whatever to get them in, because they've got a rubber seal here, as you can see, and that is quite ingrained in there. But mine, luckily for me, mine come out with just a little pull. I'm just going to pull this, try and pull this off there if I can. Get a little tiny blade screwdriver and just get it. Oh no, okay, so it might snap, so be careful with that. I had a feeling it might, because obviously it's Parrott rubber, it's had fuel around it. And then this is ready to lift out. Now the only other thing we've got left is the cable, which I will actually show you how to remove from the inside. So just pop that back in where it should be, and then I'll move the camera so you can see. Now I'll put the light on, because you're going to need to basically take out just undo the flap here. You may need to remove this. I mean, if you're going to have to take it off and you want to take the cable out, this is what you're going to need to do. So this is the cable, the latch that makes it pop up and down. Now that is mounted underneath there. Sorry, this is mounted underneath there at a diagonal angle, like so. See there? Undo them 2 10mm, and then you can pull this out. And once you've got it out, it's easier to put in than it is to get out. It's a case of literally just undoing these 2 screws here, this one and this one. This will slide slightly further forward, and then you can unhook the cable from there, and then it will just pull out, and then you can do that. Or I'll show you in a minute how to get the cable out of this end, so you don't have to do that instead. So once you've undone this end out of your switch, you're going to come to this part where this is mounted in. Now I've already removed the 2 tiny little grub screws, which I'll put in a safe place where I won't lose them. And then you come to what you have left. Now this is probably the most preferential way of doing it, because no one's going to want to take off this cable, take all the paneling off the inside just to swap that, which is a pain in the butt. So this literally just comes out by pulling it gently, or you can push it with a screwdriver, and be careful because that falls out. So I'll just pop this back there for a minute so I can show you what we've got. And then all we've got here is on this, I don't know where you can see it, see there, that slides over the cable so that it pulls when it pulls, and then it's spring loaded so it automatically bounces back to where it needs to every time. So if we were to put this back in, it can only go, try not to drop it, it can only go one way. So pull this up, hook your little bit on, and then there's a guide, there's a little tab at the top there, where you can see that. There's a tab at the top there, and that can only go in one way, so you can't get the latch the wrong way around. And then that just drops in again. You can give it a push. You probably need to do it with a screwdriver on the tab. So once you've got that back in, put the tab round to the point where it lines up, then you can push it down. Sorry, not on camera. So yeah, once you've got this tab in, let me do that again just so I can show you. So once you've got the pin in, that goes down and it pushes down, and then there's a locating tab so you can't get it wrong, and then just get a screwdriver and just push that down. Then this comes back over. Can only screw in one way, so if you've got it the wrong way, just spin it round, and then that lines up. Screw that back in again, and then you're good to go. Happy days. I'm just going to put the screws back in this one quickly so the new owner has it, whoever wants this. Maybe you want to buy it because you want to paint it or get it polished or whatever. It's always easier to have a second one because you don't want to be driving around with your fuel cap off and all the crap getting in there. While I'm also here, we're going to talk about drains, because there is a drain here, and often, this one luckily is not too bad because the person who had it has obviously looked after it, but they quite easily get blocked up, and all the crap from over the years sits in there and it blocks up. So we'll also show you where the drain hole is quickly and how to clear it out. The easiest way is to get something like a cleaning brush or something like that, like a sash brush or an old screwdriver or something if it's full of gunk, and basically you want to just, so I mean there is some gunk in here, look. See that? That's just leaves. There is actually there's not loads in here. There's a bit. There's not loads at all, but it's not been cleaned. Look, there you go. That's all gunk up. So that'll kill you. That'll fill up, and then obviously it'll either put, if the seal's not very good here, you'll get water back into your fuel or all that bad stuff. Now the drain is actually down the, you can see there because my screwdriver's gone down the hole, and that basically drains it away from the car. So I'll just put the light on and give you a better view of that so you can see what I'm on about. So there's your fuel cap. Like I said, the crap builds up around the outside. You can see it there, look, loads of it. That goes in your little drain hole, and then it's bad news. So your drain hole's there, see that? The hole there where my screwdriver's going? That should be nice and clear. You should be able to, if the cap's on, what I usually do if I find a bad one is I'll get the jet wash, make sure that seals well, and just get, once I've cleaned it out, just get the jet wash from a reasonable distance and just give it a spray in and try and make that hole visible again. Then you can obviously look into it and see whether it's got any more stuff blocked in it or it's good to go. But this just stops you getting loads of water in it, and water could contaminate your fuel and then you get all sorts of problems. Plus it's just not very nice. If it's up to fill up with water or gunk and you'll come to undo this, water could go in. So just to get away from that, that is the easiest way of doing it. Nice and simple. And there you have it. So that is removing the cap. Hope you found it helpful. Like I said, it's probably going to be easier if you remove it from here because there's only 2 screws rather than having to take all the panelling out and get this. But obviously if you're braking the car, it's a bit different. And then you can get a new one of these that you could just cut off and you just pop a new one on, then you get a nice new one. I think they're only probably £1 or £2. David Clark does the stickers for these. So if you want a new sticker, he does two different colours. I'll put the details down in the description. But yeah, so that is the cap. Like I said, these 4, as you can see, they're on nuts, so they don't actually do anything. So there's only 3 important ones there, which are the 2 either side of the hinge and the one opposite. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found that helpful. If you think of any other things you'd like to know, jump into the questions and I'll into the comments, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching, guys. That's another video from the Parrott Bros. Bye for now.